Okay, good afternoon to all. So myself Venkatesh. So today we will discuss a important topic in chemistry, that is isomerism in coordination compounds. And in this topic, probability of asking questions also more. Every year they'll ask the questions. So let us start our discussion with the basic definitions. So first is, what are isomers? Isomers are the compounds which have same chemical formula but different arrangement of atoms. They have same chemical formula but different arrangement of atoms. Because of this different arrangement of atoms, they have different properties. Again, isomerism classified into two types: structural isomerism, stereoisomerism. And what is structural isomerism means? This structural isomerism arises due to the difference in the structures of the coordination compounds. If they differ in their structure, then this type of isomerism arises. Stereoisomerism means same structure, same connectivity, but arrangement of the atoms in the three-dimensional space is different. So this isomerism arises due to different spatial orientation of ligands around the central metal ion. So that is stereoisomerism. Here structural isomerism further classified into ionization isomerism, hydrate isomerism, linkage isomerism, and coordination isomerism. This stereoisomerism again classified into geometrical, optical. So let us see one by one. First is ionization, structural isomerism we will see. So in this ionization isomerism, so what are ionization isomers means? The coordination compounds which have same molecular formula, that is same chemical formula, but they are going to produce different ions when they dissolved in water. Like here you see this pentaamine bromo cobalt sulfate. This one, if you see, if you are dissolving in water, we are going to get sulfate ion and this complex ion. But if you see this one, pentaamine sulfato cobalt bromide, if you see, it is going to give bromide ion and this complex ion. So both are having same formula, chemical formula, but one is giving Br minus ion into the solution, other is giving SO4 minus 2 ion into the solution. So different ions it is going to produce in the solution. So then it is nothing but ionization isomerism. So how can you say? You can ask, how can you say that these are ionization isomers? So first compound, if you see, if you treat with the AgNO3, then we are going to get AgBr precipitate. But second compound, if you treat with the AgNO3, there is no AgBr precipitate. So that indicates that Br minus is not there outside in the second compound. Similar way, if you add barium chloride, second compound will give barium sulfate precipitate, white precipitate, but first one won't give. So this confirms that sulfate ion is present outside in the second compound. So these are going to produce different ions when they dissolved in water. They are nothing but ionization isomers. Next, hydrate isomers. So what are hydrate isomers means? Here the number of water molecules bound with the central metal ion will differ. Like you see first compound, hexa-aqua chromium chloride. So here 6 water molecules are present around the chromium. In the similar manner, you see penta-aqua chromium chloride. Here only 5 water molecules are there inside the coordination sphere. Similarly, this one you see tetra-aqua dichloro chromium chloride. So 4 water molecules are there inside the coordination sphere. So these type of isomers formed by the exchange of ligands with the water. So whatever ion we are taking outside the coordination sphere, that should also act as a ligand. So that when it is exchanged with the water, we are going to get hydrate isomers. Simply, hydrate isomers are differed by the number of water molecules in the complex ion. Next, linkage isomerism. So linkage isomerism arises in a coordination compound containing ambidentate ligand. What is ambidentate ligand? Ligand means substance which is capable of donating a pair of electron. So ambidentate ligand means in this type of ligands more than one donor atom is there. Like you see nitro, here oxygen with negative charge, this also can donate, nitrogen with lone pair, this also can donate. So anyone can donate. So this type of ligands are called ambidentate ligand, having 2 donor atoms. Similarly, you see I have written here thiocyanato, isothiocyanato here. Here nitrogen can donate, sulfur can donate. So this type of ligands are ambidentate ligand. So this nitrate ion, you see, oxygen can connect with the cobalt, or this nitrogen can connect with the cobalt. If nitrogen is connected to the cobalt, this is called nitro. If oxygen is connected to the cobalt, then it is called nitrito. So different, same molecular formula, everything same. The only thing is connectivity between the central metal atom, the donor atom is differ. If nitro, if you take, that nitrogen will be connected to the cobalt atom. If nitrito you take ONO, that is oxygen is connected to the cobalt atom. Similarly, you see here thiocyanate, sulfur is connected to the cobalt, but here nitrogen is connected to the cobalt. So this is linkage isomerism. Only the linkage between central metal atom and ligand is differed. Similarly, coordination isomerism. This type of isomerism arises when complex is having two coordination spheres, both cationic as well as anionic, both are coordination spheres. Then this type of isomerism arises. How it will arise means just exchange of ligand takes place between the coordination spheres. You see here hexa-aqua cobalt, here that is acting as a cationic sphere, here +3 charge, and hexacyano chromium chromate, so this is -3 charge. So here you see cobalt hexaamine, this is +3, chromium, this is hexacyano -3. So this is cationic coordination sphere, this is anionic coordination sphere. So here what happens is just exchange of ligand takes place between both the coordination spheres. So this is cyanide is exchanged with the amine. So this will become anionic coordination sphere, this will become cationic coordination sphere. So here what happens, you see cation as well as anion, both are coordination spheres, just exchange of ligand takes place between cation and anionic coordination spheres. So these are nothing but coordination isomers. So this type of isomerism arises if both cationic species and anionic species both are coordination spheres. Then only this type of isomerism is going to happen. Next, geometrical isomerism. These are structural isomers. We have seen ionization isomerism, hydrate isomerism, linkage isomerism, coordination isomerism. Geometrical isomerism, as already you have seen in the organic chemistry, cis-trans isomerism. So this type of isomerism arises in coordination complexes due to different possible geometric arrangements of the ligands. So around the central metal atom, different geometrical arrangement we are going to get. And this geometrical isomerism is most common in coordination number 4 and 6. So that means when ligands, the bonds between ligand and central metal atom is 4 or 6, then this type of isomerism common in that. So geometrical isomerism of the complexes with coordination number 4, let us see. So with coordination number 4, we are going to have two type of geometries. One is tetrahedral geometry, another is square planar complex. So tetrahedral geometry won't show geometrical isomerism. Why it won't show geometrical isomerism means, you see, here you see with respect to this ligand, all these positions are cis only. You can't write trans. So there is no trans position to this tetrahedral case. That's why geometrical isomerism not possible in tetrahedral complex. But if you see square planar complex, these two positions are cis, but exactly opposite positions if you are taking, then it will be trans. So geometrical isomerism possible in square planar complex with coordination number 4. Now let us see some examples of square planar complex. So here diamine dichloro platinum complex. Here you see both the amine same side I have written, that is cis diamine dichloro platinum 2. If both the amine opposite, any two ligands you can take, maybe similar or maybe dissimilar. Two ligands present on same side, that is cis, two ligands exactly opposite side, then it is trans. So this is one of the example you can say. Similarly, let us see geometrical isomerism in octahedral complex. So it is possible in octahedral complexes also with coordination number 6. So how it is possible means, you can see here, that is with this ligand, you see with respect to this ligand, these 4 ligands are cis position, exactly opposite. The 2 ligands I am holding, exactly opposite positions are trans. Either these two opposite position, these two opposite position, these two opposite position. Any two opposite position you can choose, that will be trans. Any two adjacent, like this is cis, this is also cis, this is also cis. So with respect to this ligand, all these 4 ligands are cis. So here you see I have taken tetraamine dichloro platinum complex. Here 2 chlorines are adjacent like this. With respect, this is also cis, this position also cis, this position exactly opposite if you place, that only trans. So this is cis and this will be trans, exactly opposite position, that will be trans. Similarly, you see this with bidentate ligand. So here En is ethylene diamine. This structure of ethylene diamine is like this. but we will use always with this shortcut, so NN like this. So here you see two Cl atoms exactly opposite to each other, that is trans isomer, and if two Cl atoms are adjacent to each other, that is cis isomer you see. So cis trans isomerism possible in octahedral. These are the few examples, most commonly asked examples these are. Now let us see some more example. Another type of geometrical isomerism possible in coordination compounds is with all the three, that is Ma3B3 type here. So here you see this is Ma3B3 type. So it is going to exhibit two types of geometrical isomerism. One is facial, that is indicated with FAC, meridional, MER. So what is this isomerism means? You see, if all the similar ligands are written adjacent, then it is facial. All the similar ligands are written adjacent. Here you see a ligand is written adjacent, so then it is called facial. You can ask why it is called facial? Because it will form one face of the octahedron. It is called facial because it will form one face of the octahedron. So that's why it is called facial. And what is meridional? All the similar ligands are not in adjacent position, then it is meridional. If exactly adjacent position you are writing, that is facial because it will form one face of the octahedron. And if we are not writing exactly adjacent all the three similar ligands, that is meridional. Why it is called meridional means all the similar ligands are with the same plane with the central metal atom. All the similar ligands are in the same plane with the central metal atom. So here you see this B, these four are present in the same plane. That's why it is called meridional, and this is facial. So you can see here example I have kept here. You see all the three similar ligands adjacent, if you write like you see NO2 NO2 also, it will form one face of the octahedron. That's why it is called facial. Similarly, you see here NO2 NO2 NO2, three nitro groups and cobalt, they are present in the same plane, then it is called meridional. The definitions also I have written here. You see, if three donor atoms of the same ligands occupy adjacent position, then it is facial, and if it is not adjacent, meridional. Okay. This is another type of isomerism. It is not just like cis-trans isomerism. This is a special type of isomerism. Next, optical isomerism. So what is optical isomerism means? Non-superimposable mirror images are called optically active compounds. How can we say that they are optically active means? Experimental. How can we prove that experimentally means? With the polarimeter experiment. If any compound, if we place in the polarimeter, if it is rotating polarimeter either clockwise or anticlockwise, then it is optically active. So optically active complexes are asymmetric in nature. They are not divisible into identical halves. Means simply what is the meaning of this statement means they won't have any plane of symmetry. But they won't have any plane of symmetry. So what is plane of symmetry? Let us see this. So if they are asking question in the examination which is optically active, so you just need to check the plane of symmetry. So that is plane of symmetry. Why, you can ask why we need to check plane of symmetry. If compound is asymmetric, then only it will rotate the polarimeter. If it is symmetric, it won't rotate the polarimeter. So plane of symmetry through an imaginary plane, if we divide the molecule into two equal halves, then it is said to have plane of symmetry, sigma. It is represented with sigma. So if through an imaginary plane, if we divide the molecule into two equal halves, then it's said to have plane of symmetry. So you can see in tetrahedral complex, you can see the plane of symmetry. Here you see all the four similar ligands I have taken. All the four similar ligands I have taken. You see. Okay, all the 4 similar ligands I have taken, you see. So now it will have plane of symmetry. So how means through an imaginary plane. I am passing the plane like this, you see. I am passing the plane like this, you see. So then if I am passing the plane like this, these two are equal halves. So like that, whatever plane you take, maybe through the atoms or in between the atoms. So this is one plane of symmetry. This is one plane of symmetry. This is also one plane of symmetry. Like that, it will have 6 plane of symmetry. This is all 4 similar ligands. If I take all 4 different ligands, then it can show, then it won't have the plane of symmetry. Then it is optically active. So while checking optical activity, always you check plane of symmetry. What is plane of symmetry? Through an imaginary plane, if we divide the molecule into 2 equal half, then it's said to have plane of symmetry. So this optical isomerism is possible because of this, that means because of this asymmetry. So these 2 forms are possible with the asymmetry, that is Leo rotatory, dextro-rotatory. Leo rotatory is the compound, if it rotate the polarimeter clockwise, left side, that is anti-clockwise, then it is Leo rotatory. Dextro-rotatory, if the compound rotate the polarimeter clockwise, then it is dextro-rotatory. In fact, these two, D and L, are called enantiomers. They are non-superimposable mirror images. So optical isomerism, if you want to check, just check the plane of symmetry. If plane of symmetry is not there, then it is optically active. Okay. So this is about, let us see some examples here. You see, this octahedral complex, it will have plane of symmetry because exactly 2 opposite Cl. So I will write this one, you see, that is cobalt ethylene diamine dichloro complex. So here Cl exactly opposite position we have written. Then it will have plane of symmetry like this. You can take the plane like this. Then these 2 Cl are equal half. So then it is optically inactive. Same thing if you are taking cis form. Then here you see there is no plane of symmetry here. So then it is optically active. Optically active means whenever optical activity is there, its image also we need to take. While counting the isomers, we need to take its image also. So that is in this way you need to check. Even some more examples you see here. This is cobalt dichloro bis ethylene diamine cobalt ion. So here you see trisethylene diamine cobalt complex also you see. This is also not having any plane of symmetry. So that's why it is optically active. So these are the 2 examples. So whenever you are checking optical activity, check the plane of symmetry. If plane of symmetry is there, optically inactive. If it is not there, optically active. So now let us solve some questions, whatever we discussed in this small session. So which of the following isomers, which of the following pairs represent linkage isomers? So what are linkage isomers? They have same chemical formula but different connectivity with the central atom and ligand. You see here, this is possible with the ambidentate ligand. In the first case you see these 2 isomers are coordination isomers, you see, because their exchange of ligand takes place. So coordination isomers, they are not linkage isomer. But if you see in the second option, this NCS is isothiocyanato. Here nitrogen is connected to the palladium. But in the case of thiocyanato, sulfur is connected to the palladium. So there is a difference in connectivity. Here nitrogen is connected, here sulfur is connected. Both are having same formula. So then these B is the answer for this because linkage isomers. Similarly, you see C option also. Here also connectivity is not changing. What is the C option? These are ionization isomers. Because first compound, if we dissolve in water, sulfate ion we are going to get in the solution. But if we dissolve the second compound, nitrate ion we are going to get in the solution. So they are going to produce different ions when they dissolved in water. So they are called ionization, not linkage isomer. Similarly, this D option also, Br is present outside, Cl is present outside. So these are also ionization, not linkage. So answer will be B. So like this simple question they will ask. Now, the compound that exhibit geometrical isomerism is. So here the first compound you see, this won't exhibit the geometrical isomerism. Let us see one by one that. So here platinum En means ethylene diamine, as I told already. So this is a square planar complex. This is a square planar complex. So one more doubt you have. Tetra coordinated complex is given. How can I say that is tetrahedral or square planar? So this you have studied in VBT. Okay, but here cleverly I have taken all the complexes are platinum. The reason is all platinum plus 2 tetra coordinated complexes are square planar. So now this is square planar complex. So let us write the structure of this one. So that is platinum. So here I can write cis position, but I can't write trans position. Here Cl is cis, but I can't write trans because here to here nitrogen NN ethylene diamine won't form like this. So there is no trans form. That's why it won't show the geometrical isomerism. Second one you see platinum glycinato. GLY means glycinato. So this glycinato is CH2 NH2 COO minus. This is glycinato. So here you see this will show the geometrical isomerism. How? C double bond O. This is CH2 NH2. Here you see both the nitrogens are same side, both the oxygens are same side, then it will be cis isomer. Same way we can write trans isomer also. Oxygen opposite, nitrogen opposite. So this is C double bond O, as usual that will be there CH2, this is NH2. Similarly here also C double bond O, CH2 NH2. So like that here these two nitrogens are opposite, then it will be trans. These two oxygens are opposite, then it is trans. So platinum glycinato is going to exhibit the geometrical isomerism. Similarly you take platinum this is hexacoordinated complex, bis ethylene diamine dichloroplatinum, hexacoordinated complex. This is just now we have seen chlorine I can write like this, that is cis position, and chlorine exactly opposite. This is octahedral complex, so hexacoordinated means. So it is going to form trans. So both cis and trans we can write. So these two also can exhibit the geometrical isomerism. Obviously that part platinum diamine dichloro complex also is going to exhibit, that already we have seen in the examples of that geometrical isomerism. So answer is B, C, D. So like this you need to analyze. Okay. Next question let us see. This is the one of the previous question also. The complex, this is amine, bromo, chloro, pyridine, platinum will have how many geometrical isomers? So here don't think that if two similar ligands are there, if I write that two adjacent, then only it is cis, if it is opposite trans. So this geometrical isomerism not only possible with the similar ligands, with dissimilar ligands also possible, like you have seen EZ configuration in the organic chemistry. Now this question how to answer, this is pyridine, amine, these are the four different ligands I have taken. So how many geometrical isomers? So here while solving this question, focus on one ligand. Let us say I am taking Br. So what is the logic to solve this question means, you can take one ligand, with respect to that one ligand, all the three ligands are trans to each other, trans to that ligand and cis to that ligand. I am focusing Br. So now Br is trans to ammonia one time, and Br is trans to pyridine one time. Only I am focusing on bromine, then it is and similarly Br is trans to chlorine also. Now everything covered in this, you see, everything you covered in this means one ligand if you take, it should be cis to remaining 3, trans to remaining 3. So here you see Br is trans to ammonia, Br is trans to pyridine, Br is trans to chlorine, over. Br should be cis to remaining 3 also. Br is cis to chlorine, this position is cis position, cis to chlorine, this position is cis. So Br is cis to pyridine. Even Br is cis to ammonia also, that is over. Like that. So like that you can count all the other ligands also will have trans to other and cis to other. Like that it is going to exhibit 3 geometrical isomers, it is going to exhibit. Similarly, this fourth question you see, which kind of isomerism is exhibited by octahedral complex? Here you see tetraamine dibromo. It is going to exhibit geometrical isomers. That example already we have seen. Br, cis you can write, trans you can write. And you see outside the coordination sphere chlorine is there. So chlorine can be exchanged with the Br. So ionization isomers also possible with this. So answer is geometrical as well as ionization isomerism. Similarly, this you see, which one of the following has an optical isomers? So first one, it is tetrahedral complex. With tetrahedral complex, that optical isomerism is possible with all 4 different ligands. Square planar complexes won't show any geometrical isomerism. And octahedral complex, you need to check the plane of symmetry. Trisethylene diamine, if you take, it won't have the plane of symmetry. Just now we have seen that one. So answer is B. If you want that one, that structure will be cobalt. This one you see. Here there is no plane of symmetry here. So that's why it is optically active. That is B option I am writing here. Similarly, you see C option, you see C option, cobalt, tetra aqua is there. Ethylene diamine. Here 2 water molecules are opposite. Whatever way you write, 2 water molecules will come opposite to each other. So plane of symmetry is there, optically inactive. This is optically active. Similarly, that D option also, that is tetrahedral, that is square planar geometry, it will also have plane of symmetry. So it is also optically inactive. Which of the following has an optical isomer? Again same question you see. So first one, it is not optically active because with tetra coordinated complex and all 4 ligands are there, then only it is optically active. Similarly, this B option you see, it is also tetra coordinated. This is also not possible. Now this one you see, the same thing here. The plane of symmetry is there, 2 water molecules opposite, so it is optically inactive. And last option, this is optically active. In which form? It is in cis form. Like you see, cobalt, amine you take, ethylene diamine. So in this form it is optically active. There is no plane of symmetry in cis form. So you can ask, they have not mentioned cis form means, in cis, why they have not mentioned cis form means they are asking whether it can exhibit or not. So I can take in cis or I can take in trans. So in cis form it is going to exhibit the geometrical optical isomerism. So answer will be D. And which one of the following has largest number of isomers? So while solving this question, this type of questions, first write the geometrical isomers. In that you check the optical isomers. If plane of symmetry is not there, you count one more. Then you will get the answer. First one you see, here cis trans only we are going to write here. In both cis and trans there is a plane of symmetry. If you want you can see that one. Ruthenium, this dichlorotetraamine. So here 2 chlorines opposite I have written, that is trans. It will have plane of symmetry like this. And 2 chlorines I am writing cis position. Now also plane of symmetry is there. How means 2 amine opposite. So you can take the plane like this. Then it will have the plane of symmetry optically inactive. So A is going to have 2 isomers only. If you take B compound, it will not have any geometrical isomers also because 5 similar ligands are there. So I am not going to write, we are not going to get that geometrical as well as optical also not possible here because you see here 2 amine opposite to each other, you can take the plane like this. So it will have plane of symmetry. Similarly, C option if you see, it will have 3 isomers because you see iridium, this is also tetrahedral complex. It is also not going to have 3 isomers, only 2 isomers we can write here, H, Pr3, CO, and iridium, this Pr3, H, CO. So cis, this is trans and this is cis. But D option if you see, C option if you see, this is going to have cis like this, and this is not having plane of symmetry means +1 also we need to take, and trans form it is having plane of symmetry, so that's why it won't have +1 because whenever plane of symmetry is not there, its image also. Total 3 isomers for option D. That's why answer will be D. So this is about isomerism and some of the questions we have seen. Like this, you need to practice some more questions so that you will get perfection in this topic.